Welcome to our metal mining day in environmental science for this semester. Sorry we're not meeting in class. Some things came up, but there's no reason why you guys can't start and do a good job on this activity and get a good solid start on your own, and we can revisit it next week when we meet on the 22nd. But you definitely need to spend some time individually and as groups working on this project over the next weekend while you guys have a chance. So this project is looking at metals mining in Northeast Iowa specifically. I've attached a link to an Iowa Now article that describes in pretty good detail what the geology of this situation is and some of the potential economic issues as well. I've also, on this, within this project, I've attached a file describing what the poster project is, and there it cites a couple of Decorah Journal articles. So the local newspaper, the Decorah Journal, volume 154, issues 3 and 35. These are from 2019, so they're just fairly recent, but they're not totally current. This is what one of them looks like. Is the county sitting on a, I can get that right on the camera. Is the county sitting on $1 trillion fortune? This one is from August 29th. The one from the 17th is actually just a reprint of the Iowa Now Journal article. So try and find a copy of at least this Decorah Journal from August 29th. If you can read that, that's fantastic. Local libraries will have them. We probably have them in the library at NICC. If I get a chance, I might scan it and put it up on Brightspace as well. In short, though, you guys are going to be building a poster describing the potential impacts from mining in the state of Iowa for these precious metals. You need to look at all of the ecosystem that this sort of project could possibly impact. So we're looking at the resource. What exactly is the target resource? That's important. It's important because different types of mining have different types of impacts. Your textbook chapters will have some basic information about what some of these impacts are, but you guys are expected to go into some depth and do some research and really find out what kind of environmental impacts metals mining in specific has on the environment. Look at the environment that we have in Northeast Iowa. We have a unique type of geology called karst geology, and it's characterized by fractured bedrock, caves, underground water supply that's easily impacted. Look up the impacts associated with sulfidic mining and sulfidic geology. Also important when we're talking about things like acid mine drainage. Look at the hydrology in this area. Again, the karst geology and the hydrology are very closely linked, so make sure that you guys have a pretty good understanding of what the sort of groundwater and surface water impacts could be in this area if these metal resources are developed. Also look at the economy. The economy is important. It's part of the sustainability question. If people can't make a living in a place, then they won't be in this place. So we need to look at the economy. So the economy of metal mining in general, the economy of these types of metal mines. There's lots of these types of metal mines across the world. Find some examples. Find local newspapers that talk about issues in their places associated with these types of mines. Also look at the current sources of income in Northeast Iowa. What sorts of industries do we have? Ecotourism is a big industry in this place. How will that be impacted by the addition of metal mining in this area? Education, lots of different choices. Looking at potential revenues from mining, who benefits, who loses out. These sorts of issues are always contentious when we're talking about mining, and there is no cut and dry answer. Also, if you can find some information on legal frameworks, Iowa particularly does not have a very robust statewide environmental protection law system compared to other states for sure. But there are some in the books, and please do some looking and see what sorts of regulatory frameworks might be in place at the local or county levels, state levels, and then if you can find some federal information as well, that would be great too. So you guys are tasked to build an informational poster. This is basically a rough draft sort of practice poster for your end of semester projects. So this will give you guys a chance to practice building a poster, practice finding information, practice presenting this information in an engaging and informative way. Practice just building the poster itself. How do you build a poster? I recommend using Google Slides and build it on one Google slide. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. Again, we will not be meeting in class today on 9/17/20, but this should get you guys started, and this is what we were going to be doing in class anyways. So get to work. If you have any questions, please email me. I really like this project. It's an interesting question and interesting possibility for this part of the state.